Programmers and bad sleeping habits. Name a more iconic duo. As a developer, you need sleep to be able to code effectively. Software engineers, though, are known for getting poor sleep, and if you read Hacker News or Blind, you'll see this is a common concern in the community. In today's video, we're going to cover 8 simple ways to improve your sleep each night. If you want better sleep, more focus during the day, and more energy, keep watching. Welcome back to The Healthy Coder, where each week we cover tips and systems to becoming a healthier programmer. I've been a coder for 8 years now, and I love trying new strategies to improve my health and mind. Most of the tips I put in this video are ones I've tested and have worked for me, including the Oura ring, which is where these trends on the screen are coming from. To understand why the sleep-deprived programmer meme exists, we need to look at what the habits of coders generally are. These include starting work later in the day, working into the night, especially during a crunch time, drinking a lot of caffeine, using screens a lot for work and enjoyment, and stress from the job. Think about your own daily life as a coder. Do you identify with the ones above? I have at least half of these, and because some of them just aren't avoidable, programmers need to work extra hard to install healthy sleep habits to counteract them. With that being said, let's go into the tips that can give you a better night's sleep. Tip number 1. Be consistent with when you go to sleep. Many people sleep at different times during the week, and that makes sense. Sometimes you have things you need to do that make you go to bed later one day and earlier the next day. But this is actually a mistake. It's better to be consistent, in this case, falling asleep within the same 30-minute window each night. According to this study from Harvard University, which followed 2,000 adults for 6 years, participants with the most irregular sleep schedule, where there was 90 minutes on average between the regular sleep times over the course of the week, doubled their risk of cardiovascular disease within the next 5 years. Now, this study focuses on physical problems, but other studies on consistency in sleep show less focus and a higher rate of anxiety and depression. So to help your body and mind, try out a consistent sleep schedule each night. Stay within 30 minutes of your starting sleep time for 2 weeks and see how you feel afterwards. Tip number 2. Use blue light blockers. As programmers, we tend to use our screens a lot during the day, and then work at night or have hobbies which use screens at night. This is a problem though, because the use of artificial lighting and electronics at night may contribute to sleep problems. These devices emit light of a blue wavelength, which may trick your brain into thinking it's actually daytime. Many studies suggest that blue light in the evening actually disrupts your brain's natural sleep-wake cycles, which then makes it obviously harder to go to sleep and also reduces your sleep quality. Now, there are some easy ways to reduce the blue light in your environment, and one of them is through blue light glasses, which this study in 2017 done by the University of Houston shows that the people who wore them had a 58% increase in their nighttime melatonin levels, and melatonin is something that's important for your sleep quality. Another good way to reduce blue light is by using Flux or a similar tool. Flux is something I've used for years, and it's a free tool that makes your screen adapt to whatever time of day it is near you. And so if it's the afternoon, the screen is normal. But if it's past sunset, it starts to gradually adjust your screen. And so by bedtime, your screen gives off less blue light. Number 3, cut down on caffeine later in the day. You may find this surprising, but caffeine does not actually leave your system easily. In fact, the half-life of caffeine is 3 to 5 hours, which means there's still a good amount in your system if you drink it later in the day. One study found that consuming caffeine 6 hours before bedtime actually reduced total sleep by 1 hour. To reduce the negative effects of caffeine on your sleep, try setting a time during your day, like sometime before 3 p.m., that you just don't drink caffeine past. That way, most of the caffeine in your body will be gone before you go to sleep. Tip number 4, sleep tracking. I started doing this 2 months ago, and I became obsessed. As a developer, I love tracking things, and these tools are so good at gathering interesting data points and rendering them in cool visualizations that you can learn from. This one on the screen is the Oura ring, but you can use other tools to do the same thing, like a Fitbit or even free iPhone apps. Each tracker gives you an overall score for your sleep quality each night, as well as other metrics like your REM times or your heart rate during the night. This allows you to actually learn over time what affects you the most and what you can do to actually improve your sleep quality. Oura has this readiness score, and I've been getting mine into the 70s from the 60s consistently now, just by paying attention over the last 2 months on what is improving or hurting my sleep each night. And for me at least, I found the big one was actually going to sleep within 30 minutes of a certain time, which I've picked to be midnight. To try this out, download a free iPhone app that tracks your sleep, and if you like it, consider getting a better tracker like an Oura ring or a Fitbit. Tip number 5, stop working 1 hour before bedtime. Now, this is important because your brain will still be active, concentrating, and won't be able to relax if you keep working right before you try to sleep. From this article, a busy mind is 10 times more likely to be rated as the reason for sleep difficulties for people with insomnia or a restless body. Now, the easiest way to do this is to give yourself a set time to stop any work by, and then to fill out that time with something more relaxing, which is the next tip. Tip number 6, relaxing before bedtime. Set aside a half hour for this. Fill the time between your cutoff for the day and sleep with something more relaxing. This could be anything you find calming, but could include reading, meditation, journaling, listening to calming music, or taking a bath. Tip number 7, gravity blankets. These are weighted blankets that are therapeutic that weigh between 5 and 30 pounds. They have extra pressure from weight, and they mimic a technique called deep pressure stimulation, which uses deep pressure to relax the nervous system. Doing so may help with relieving pain, lessening anxiety, and improving your mood. Tip number 8, keep your phone away from your bed. If you're like most people, you probably put your phone on a nightstand next to your bed, and you scroll through your phone right before sleeping. This means, though, that you're getting blue light before shutting your eyes. Put your phone away from your reach, maybe on a table or desk farther from your bed, so you can avoid the temptation to read it before sleeping. In this video, we covered why programmers have bad sleep and how to fix bad sleeping habits. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching until the end. Don't forget to leave a comment with your favorite sleeping habit trick. We'd love to hear them. If you want more tips on becoming a healthy programmer, check out another video on this channel or subscribe, and I'll see you in a future episode.